What is going on, guys? Today we have got a defender, and it is 95 right wing back Valverde. You're tired of coming up against teams that want to rip your hair out every single day. Make sure you check u7buy.com for the most reliable and cheapest coins on the market. And at checkout, make sure you hit that JT11 for 5% off your order, and hopefully you have a good day. So Valverde at this moment in time, he was about 500 on the Xbox, and then in a matter of 5 minutes, he's jumped all the way up to 900k. Not too sure what happened there. I don't know if one listing affected Footbin's price and now it's gone back up to normal, but he's 890 on the Xbox, 640 on the PS, and 730 on the PC. I don't know whether I'm going to be a big fan of this card. I would have kind of liked him, to be honest, to be bit back in the middle still. I know that's the whole point of Shapeshift, but I just feel like this card would have been very, very nice in the middle. And now, because he's kind of already got a special now, I don't see him getting one in Liquid Summer, which is a bit of a shame because he's only had an 87 versus Ice and Fire. So it would have been nice to got like a 95 to 96 centre mid. But in terms of Valverde then, we're going to be trying him at right wing back. We may try him as a centre mid as well. Obviously, you could still definitely move him in game and that would be fine. Chemistry style, people are looking at that Guardian mainly to get, I believe that is the one that gets, dribbling and defending. So it would make him a 97 DM if you really wanted to. I think that would be personally the position I would go with. But in terms of what he's got then, we've got insane pace. You can't argue with that. Shooting wise, it's fair enough. It's taken a hit. Passing, again, decent for a right back. Solid dribbling, I think, throughout. With the Guardian, we get 93 balance, 99 dribbling and ball control, as well as everything else already at that top level. The defending goes up to 97 from obviously 93. Everything goes 99 bar from his head and accuracy, and then the physicality is already pretty much maxed out anyway. So he looks a solid card. I just think the position is not quite for him. We'll try him as like a right wing back, and then maybe in the second half we'll pull him into the middle and see how he does there. Straight to Valverde. What can we find with this guy then? Pace wise, looking very, very nice. Bit of dribbling, little 1-2 I want to see. That is it. Lovely. Gets the pace back on, looking like he wants to go that way. Okay, he's holding his own. Physicality should be nice. Little dink inside, and Mendy's done enough. You know what? Solid first run. Can't argue with it. Think it's solid so far. Back out to Valverde, looking for that through ball. It's a solid ball into Ferran Torres. Back into Valverde. Tuchemene is going to be far too strong, but he technically wins it back with that throw-in. And I look for him again here. The right wing back should be the position if we want to go down this wing like this. Little turn. And again, looking for that Torres run. Ugh, that's a bit stinky of a ball, really. Gets it back, though. Very nice. Working the field. Looks for the one in from Alexis. And what on earth is that return pass? Judging from Valverde, I'm going to be putting him in that CDM role. I just think, in generally, he just won't play as well. I feel like that centre mid CDM is going to be much a better role for him. He just is out of there, really, in terms of being on that right back. It's just not suiting him. It's harder to get clips as well because, let's face it, how many times do people always go down one certain wing? It's just not going to happen. Whereas I think he's done well at right back, but really I don't even notice too much from my Carlos Alberto of what he does. So to try and then say a brand new card is worth being a right back is very, very difficult at that point. Oh, Valverde, that is what we want to see from the CDM role. Valverde again, he's doing more as a CDM here. Oh, he's passed it around me. But I think the good thing as well with Shapeshifters is we've got right backs that have been changed position as well. So it's not only that we've got one right wing back that needs to go CDM. You've got loads of other positions that people have changed. So it means there's more option to actually swap him in game with a right back who's turned CDM as such. Valverde from distance. What are we saying? Goes for the shot, and Valverde already getting himself on that score sheet. You absolutely love to see it. Valverde pushing forward with this one. Oh, referee. It is vile. Valverde definitely being better in that CDM role. He just manages to manage his space a bit more. don't think that was a foul at all. But in terms of right back, like I say, it's very difficult to really put somebody there and say that they're better, whereas I personally think for his CDM, he just seems like he's more useful for the team. And yes, it all depends on your team, I suppose, as well. If you've got like an insane team and you need just a right back, then maybe he might be worth the go. But in terms of kind of just your average Joe team, top end team of the seasons, nothing too special, then really he's going to be very good in that middle for you. Oh, that's an interception right there. And again with the interceptions, just giving you worth after worth. And again, back to him. Can we go for the hits and hope? And Valverde hits the crossbar. If anything, it's better from his shooting more than anything. And a lovely challenge from Valverde again. Gets us on the attack. And Ribery's going to go for the hit and hope. And unfortunately, it's another big save. So then, going into Valverde then. He is a decent player, to be honest with you. I think he actually is quite a handy player. The definite stat increases has been quite nice. I just think he is better off in a different position. He's dropped down another 100k now. Like I say, when I used it, when I had a look at him, he was 500,000. Then suddenly, he just shot up. Like, that's it. So basically, he's gone. 600. Nobody's listed him. 800, and that's what's kind of like spurred this price up, gone. So I can imagine a lot of people are now buy, hoping that he's going to be worth more. But he was 800, and then he's dropped down a little bit, 645. So yeah, it's a random one there. But I think for me with Valverde, he is a CDM. You whack that Guardian on him, which I think was, where was it? Guardian. There it is. You can get the dribbling, the defending. Everything else is already up there. You don't really need anything else. I think that is absolutely fine for him. He's already got maxed out pace. Don't really need too much shooting. I think the passing's fine. Getting that balance up is going to be the main priority, as well as the defending. And you get a solid DM from it. In terms of other shapeshifters that we could possibly put in that position, if we have a look here, I want to look at CDM. So you've got Corona. For instance, you got Guerrero that you could do that with. You could even, hear me out, you could even do it with Atal if you really wanted to. Probably not the best solution, but you could. And I think, is there anybody else? Right wing back, left wing back, centre mid. So that's all of them at the moment. I thought there was more, to be honest with you, but there is plenty. There is absolutely plenty that you can move. And obviously put us right back and bring Valverde out of that right wing back position and then whack him in that CDM. Because I just think at right back, he was just not quite there for me. I think he played much better with, obviously, in that CDM role, because he's in your mind. He's there, he's defending, he's got a great tackle on him, his interceptions are good, and his passing out is nice. Plus then the burst of pace from his acceleration and sprint speed, you just can't really argue with the card. He is coming in at a little bit of a bigger price, I'd say, for the moment, but I can imagine that will drop down very, very quickly, because even though Valverde, Real Madrid, unfortunately, right wing back is just not a position that will hold value for a long period of time. But overall for him, I think in terms of right wing back in La Liga, you've kind of really just got Dani Alves and Navas to really kind of live up to. Other than that, I think he could definitely start, and then you move somebody out of position there. If you're looking at La Liga players, you could go with Philippe and put him as a centre-back and move a centre-back out wide. That, again, is another option, most definitely. Or just seeing if there's anybody else that has kind of been moved, like a different version, into a centre mid. It looks like most of them are just more attacking more than anything. But I think for me, Valverde, you definitely want him as a CDM, even if you put him on as a sub. That, again, is always an option to bring him on as a kind of strengthening to the team. He's a decent player. I'd say overall wise, I'd be looking at around about a 9.6 for DM wise. I think he's got everything you really need for it. As a right back, I'd probably say a solid flat 9. He's got good pace. Defending sometimes lets him down in terms of a right back, especially because when we're going up against the likes of a Neymar, a Messi, a Ginola, they are normally very, very quick. And there's times where I think he's just a little bit too tall in that position, and his body type isn't quite ready for that. But CDM, absolutely solid. Let me know down below what you think about Valverde, and if you do manage to get him, what do you think about him? But make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all for the next one. Peace.